Wacktoons producing this excellent content?
Yeah, well, I just started off as a viewer, like most people. I was watching. I used to follow Umar Johnson. Well, I found out about Umar Johnson through a gentleman by the name of Tariq Nasheed,
Okay.
who I still follow to this day. He's a very informative guy, and he got the Hidden Colors documentaries out there, and that's how I learned about Umar. And over the years, you hear rhetoric of Umar trying to open up a school, blah blah blah. So I was like in and out with the whole situation. I wasn't like following him like hardcore, nothing like that.
Hmm.
But then I noticed I started seeing like these videos of people just clowning them, like
Mm.
these parody videos, and it was very funny. I'm a comic type of guy. I love I like to laugh,
Hmm.
and I would watch these videos and I used to find them funny. And that's when I found Leonard Honor, which was about a year ago. I started watching his videos and I found it very funny.
Mm.
So, I said, you know what? I was watching one particular show that he did, and as a guy that did and dabbed in drawing over the course of my life, I said, man, let me put something together. I think this is going to be hilarious. So that's how it all started. I made one video and the people loved it. I didn't
Mm.
think it was going to get that much attention, and I just kept going from there. I said, okay. My intention was to just put that video out and just to make fun.
Yeah.
But the people was loving it so much. I said, okay, let me just keep going with this.
Mm. And what was the how did you get the inspiration? Was it all based upon the content which was presented in essence?
Yeah, well, yeah, watching Leonard Honor, it that influenced me to make that video that I made, the first one that I made. And
Right.
yeah, yeah. So you have a strong anti Umar sector on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So if you make any video that's anti Umar, you would definitely get a lot of views and pretty much.
Well, as you're alluding to, it's an industry has been created, um, making fun, defaming, shining a light on some of Umar's misgivings. And there's a saying, "What's good for the goose should be good for the gander."
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, anybody who puts themselves out presenting information, comically wise, if you put yourself out there, you put yourself out there, and anybody has the right to enjoy, to critique, um, and even maybe turn the tables and actually let me dig even further into your lifestyle and background, and let's see if there's any skeletons in your closet that I can maybe make fun of. It's open season. This is the social media sort of YouTube streets, as it's known as. This is what it is
Yeah.
now.
Pretty much.
So you've got to be you've got to be a fool to want to be putting yourself out there with so much skeletons in the closet, or you've just got. Yeah, I guess some people just have got very much thick skin, and they don't mind, putting themselves out there like that. Or it may be a combination of all of the above and a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I would assume that. Yeah, if you're gonna put yourself out there and critique someone else and criticize, I feel as though it'd be for your best interest to make sure your nose is clean. I mean,
Mm,
because you would look very hypocritical, talking about someone else when you have a past of your own that's not legitimate, and that's what that's what Leonard Arner is going through right now, pretty much.
It would seem.
He's being exposed for all what he have done. He have videos out there, and it's not looking good for him. But he's continuing on. I mean, the money is good, I guess.
As I say, the industry has been created, and as he's highlighting, I mean, I've watched Lenon for a number of years. I've seen the changes in regards to direction, content, and all the rest of it. I kind of fell off of Leonard for a period of time until he started to do stuff about Umar that came up on the radar. So I thought, I had a little bit of suspicions about Umar over the years, about the school and the various changes about where the school's location, whether it was going to be an all-boys school, because I recall many years back that school was going to be in Africa. And I remember the siblings in America saying, well, that's all gravy, but what about us? How are you building a school in Africa? And then obviously that it metamorphosized and changed into the various things. So as I say, I had questions. Lenon's thing popped up again. And I was like, I was blown away initially. I was absolutely blown away with the stuff because I'm not a person to just, constantly watch UmarJohnson videos. So if he's doing a presentation and stuff, by all means, I might watch something, or if he's having an interview, I might, check it out. But generally, I wasn't like constantly watching. So I was missing all of, himself exposing himself in certain areas. So I was like pretty shocked, and I was, enjoyed the content. Um, and it's been an interesting ride from a year. It's coming up to a year plus now, isn't it?
Uh, this next month will be 2 years since he obtained the property in Delaware.
Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, he's shown I don't know, he's been very incompetent. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm outside looking in, but from what I see, very limited progress have been made.
Mhm.
Um, but I believe his donations have slowed down due to the detractors on YouTube.
Yeah,
Mainly Lenon Honor being that he have the largest following, and he's putting out these disparaging anti Umar videos, and yeah, I mean that would definitely play a part in your profit. I mean your process. So, but at the
definitely.
same time, Umar is really, he's not really showing the people any type of progress.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of talk from
Yes,
Umar. A lot of talk.
yes. And the only thing that's physically manifested is these two schools, well, these two buildings, which are, I mean, I work with investors and schools and all kind of different businesses on a daily basis. And, you know, they will looking to relocate, for instance. Oh, it's a brand new business, and I'll be called in. Okay, we're looking at this site, and I'll go in and do my business, and I'll do a report, and they'll get a report done, and they'll say, based upon the report and the state of this building, there's no way we're buying it for this price. We'd have to buy it for like literally a third of the price, or we're walking away, kind of thing. So you do your due diligence before even buying it. I mean, this building was purchased, and in essence, much of from what we've seen, there's parts of it that look really in good condition, but infrastructural wise, HVAC is the main thing he talks about a lot. That's not a cheap. That's not a cheap thing to do. We need CCTV security that needs to be installed, that needs to be maintained and monitored and serviced on a 6 monthly or quarterly basis. We need fire alarm systems in there. We need a sprinkler system in there, emergency lights. These all come with maintenance packages and service costs and installation costs. Not to
Yeah,
mention the upkeep of a maintenance of a building, of multiple buildings. These are all, this is pipe dreams. Any serious person dealing with this, sibling, as you already know, would have a business plan to say, look, this is the investment that we've got currently. These maybe are the properties we're looking at. I've already got a board of directors. I've got applicants for janitors. I've got applicants for teachers, XYZ, and all the rest of it. It should already be laid out. The questions that the public are asking shouldn't even be a question, because it should be there. His website should be there. He should be presenting himself and conducting himself as a professional headmaster, as he's portraying himself to be. It's lunacy, sibling.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. He definitely don't carry himself for the most part as that like he's serious, you
Mhm.
know. And the whole idea of you trying to renovate and function two buildings off of donation money and it really don't make sense.
No.
I mean, it don't make sense at all. And Leonard Honor makes a lot of valid points about Umar.
Yes.
The fact that he owed right now is receipts out there that he owed over $100,000 in property taxes. You still got the HVAC need to be done.
Mm.
Uh, reconstruction to the building, plumbing. I mean, you're talking about, I say a minimum over $1 million work that need to be done to these buildings.
Easily.
But the problem that I had with Leonard and why I've turned on him because, okay, if you want to address the scamming,
Hmm.
cool. I'm all for that. Address the scamming, put out receipts of what he said and what have not been done, blah blah blah. But when you start uh, assassinating his character, someone that you don't know and you don't have no proof of these accusations, as far as saying, UmarJohnson is a crackhead, he's homeless. Like, these are the things that Leonard Honor would say about him.
Mm.
And I look at that to be, cyberbullying. I don't, I don't, I don't, I'm not fond of that at all. So that's when I said, okay, well, if you could do this about a guy you don't know with no proof, I'm going to start making videos about you.
Mm.
And that's how that all started out. You know, at the end of the day, it was all in fun, just comedy.
Hmm.
'Cause just like his shows is basically clowning Umar, and I said, okay, I want to start clowning you now.
Yeah.
I'm tired of clowning Umar. I want to get on you now. So
Mm. Which I listen. I totally get it, because there comes a point. I mean, and I remember the point when he said he was going to stop. He was going to stop making videos about UmarJohnson, but because he's made verbal threats about him and his family, and to all the rest of the people who make content, the Reverend Dude and whatever else, he's now gonna continue doing it. I can kind of understand, like, you know you don't want someone to threaten you and feel like, okay, well, I'm not going to make any more videos because he's threatened me. Yes, okay, one or two videos, but there comes a point. There's a tipping point where, okay, do we really need to do 3 hour plus long streams, hee and giggling and on like 20-minute clips? Like, it's all well and fine to present the information, put it out there, hypothesize, speculate. That's all gravy. Have a little interject the comedy, as he's done so much recently. That's all gravy. But it, when you're, as you say, it's come to a point where it's bullying now. Umar is not even clapping back anymore. The most he's said is like, "Look, I've got my lawyers on it now. All these detractors and stuff, blah blah blah. If you're on his live, he'll just block you and stuff." He's like he's in a dark place. He's in a dark place. He's misled a lot of people, in my opinion, until we can see the actual workings of an actual school, which I really don't think. I mean, look at the curriculum. Just even thinking about it as well. How would he be able to pass a curriculum which is going to give anyone a proper education, or grades, end of year grades, which will allow them to go to another school? It's
yeah, exactly.
it, it's annoying. It's annoying, especially because he used to come over to England so frequently. so frequently. Um, and there was this big bucket. I remember it very well. As soon as you come into the thing, you pay your entrance, and yeah. Have you got any donations for Umar? Okay, yeah, for the school. Okay, yep. You put your donation in, and then other speakers are up, and then after the speakers are finished, yeah, don't forget to put money in the donation for Umar. Next speaker comes up, yeah, and then they're actually coming around and passing the bucket now, and Umar's coming right at the end. This 3 hour event. And then the event come now. First thing Umar saying, "Yeah, man, drop the money in the thing. I know you've already paid your thing." Da, da, da. And it's just money, and like so much people had big hopes, aspirations, dreams that this brother who's so eloquent back in the day. He was a very articulate brother, eloquent. How he laid his stuff down, made a lot of sense what he was saying as well. Thought that if we can support him, he's going to make a change in young black boys and black girls' life. It was a personal connection. It wasn't just like, yeah, we'll support him. No, he's going to help actually the future, the generation coming up. The- Where's the fruit from the tree, sibling? Because it's
Yeah.
bearing nothing.
I mean, well, going back to as far as the threat that you said, Leonard said he got, and that's why he was continuing making Umar videos.
Hmm.
That threat was like a year ago, right? And that's something that he regurgitate to make for an excuse to continue on making Umar Johnson videos. So he regurgitate that same talking point every other show to give a reason why he's continuing on making Umar Johnson videos. But the fact is, he make these videos because it's a boost in his views and his earnings. If you look on Leonard Honor Archive, before he was making Umar Johnson videos, and he used to do the little manhoods and all that.
Mm,
I mean, he was bringing in like 1,000 views, 2,000 views. But since he did the Umar thing, he
yeah.
bringing an average of 15,000 to 20,000.
Yes.
So we all know the motive behind why he do Umar. It's not that he care about black people and he's trying. You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
But
Of course.
as far as Umar Johnson, I said I'm gonna give this guy one more year. I'm gonna give him one more year because he made a video recently where he was asking for donations once again, but he stated, "I promise you, this school is gonna open." Like he stated that in his one of his recent videos. And right now he got the lights on in the gym, which that has been off for from the time he got the building.
Yeah.
So right now the lights are on. It's it's mostly talk, a little action, but I start to see like a little action here and there. But I said I'm going to give this guy at least to the end of this year. He said that the school is going to be open this August 21st. So I'm going to see what happens. Now, if this year turned out to be like last year and the previous year, okay, now I'm done with this guy. Now I'm like, okay,
Mm.
you know, I'm still on the fence. I'm
Yeah.
still because I'm outside looking in. You don't know what this guy is doing behind the scenes. You don't know what plan he may have. He may have somebody that have money that's behind him.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Trustfully,
going on.
listen, trustfully, sibling. As I said, cup always half full, and I wish success for every black male who's trying to do something positive. Um, Trustfully, as you just alluded to, that's exactly what's happening. Or maybe someone's just contacted him, and he's actually accepted the help to say, yeah, come in, and yeah, I need this kind of support, and we can actually do something. Because it's having a school Lord Jamar brought out. His stepfather's got a school. Hey,
Uh,
Q Butter has got a school, right? Or a school
mhm.
program. Yeah, this isn't new, right? So this isn't like, and again, I really do think, honestly, that Umar was on some space age pimping thing. I think he should have brought it way back down to earth, and he should have maybe started off with renting um, a church hall or something, and having maybe
Yeah,
20,
yeah,
30 students, build that up, do that. I mean, look how long he's been talking, raising the money. for this school over 10 years, right? So whilst he was doing that, surely he should have been putting into practice exactly what he's going to be doing on a larger scale. So we can say, look, family, we've got another, it's the end of the semester now, and we've got another 20 kids that have, no, sorry, let me rephrase that, 20 children who have come through this school program, and they've got this certification now, and they're off. I'm bringing in the next lot. There's no fruit. There's just nothing. There's no like progression. Like, yeah, we started off with 20 students. Now we got 30. Now we got 50. All we need is more donations, family. We need more donations so we can get a physical school, because the rent for this place that we've got now is too. These are the kind of conversations we should be having.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's not showing you nothing to inspire you to keep giving him money.
Mm,
He's not showing nothing of any progress or whatever. But when I think of this, I say to myself, okay, let's say he's scamming. Okay, this speculations going out that he's scamming, but I look at it like this: what is the end game for Umar? Because if he's scamming and it comes out to be true that he scammed the people, he's done. Like his whole
yeah.
grassroots career is done. You understand what I'm saying? And he's a guy. Obviously you can look at Umar and tell that he loved the attention.
Yes.
You know, I can't see him. I can't see him just disappearing and not being talked about or not going on any platform. And you know what I'm saying? He's
Sibling.
the guy that loves attention.
Sibling, I got it. I've got the exit plan already. And this is me playing righteous advocate. I never played devil's advocate. His exit plan, if this is as you've alluded to, a scam and a lot of fuckery, is that obviously the wilderness of North America has South, Central, and North America. He's almost he's pillaged that already, pretty much. Yeah, there's a
Mm-hmm.
massive continent known as Mama Africa, as some people refer to it.
Yeah.
Sibling with 50 countries. Come on, man. That's the exit plan. Yeah. Yeah, as I say, trustfully, it's going to work out how it's as he's been talking. But if it doesn't, he's going to take what little he's got in that bank. He's going to take his ass on the next thing smoking to Nigeria, and it's on and popping.
I thought the same thing because he would have to.
Yeah.
He would have to. He wouldn't be able to stay here and still move around freely. People will. Yeah, he would have to leave
Hmm.
if it ever comes to that. You're right. You're right. That would be the end game. If it was ever an end game, that would be the end game. I believe that.
Definitely, definitely. And as you've said, I mean, getting back to Leonard, uh, Lenon or Lenor, as Umar calls him. Um, he's a very intelligent brother. Um, he's got a good family. He he seemed to be doing the right thing. I think the level of success he's been receiving reference, the super chats and all that, and now he's got his Cash App and the PayPal. Um, I think that is more driving the content versus what because I tend not to watch too much of it anymore. All the laughing and all that kind of stupid stuff. But I tried to watch one maybe 2 weeks ago, and he was saying how he's transitioning and he was getting up and playing the piano and doing these little song things and all this kind of stuff. So he does it does seem like he's as there's a lot of people putting pressure to say, highlighting exactly what we're talking about. Like, yeah, we understand you made the content. Yeah, that's all gravy. But there's a very thin line between highlighting someone's wrongdoings and bullying and just taking the living piss out of somebody. And you're doing it on a very regular basis. And I think he must be seeing this content. People must be sending him this content. So it would appear that he's trying to transition away from this Umar thing, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. I think he really does. I think he's initially his heart was in the right place, but with the money coming in now, you know.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, I don't hate Leonard. I think he's a very articulate, talented individual. And yeah, you're right. I have been hearing rumors, specifically from a guy named a YouTuber named CD Fury.
Oh
I heard
yes.
yeah, I heard a video where he had inside information that Leonard is trying to slowly get out the whole Umar sector, like little by little.
Hmm.
But the thing is he has such a fan base that is all they want to see, you
Yeah.
know. So he know if he just stop cold turkey, his channel is done.
Done.
So he got to like gradually, instead of going 3 shows a weekend, he's gonna drop to 2 shows,
Hmm.
and then probably do 1 show, and then just like a gradual movement as far as with the Umar content. But yeah, he's getting a lot of flack because he's just overdoing it. And I like I said, it became of a cyberbullying thing to me, and I don't like bullies,
Mm.
you know. And I said, well, hey, if you can give it out, you should be able to take it. And once I started making content about him, he flagged one of my videos, and not just me, a couple of others. So
Oh yeah, I've been
so
hearing.
you're being a hypocrite. You know, you're dishing it out. You're clowning someone. You're making all these allegations about someone. Then when someone do it to you, you can't take it. You know.
And this is the thing. I mean, again, you're producing content. Depending on how you feel, I've got no PayPal, Cash App, and nothing on my thing. At some points, I do think I would potentially monetize the thing, um, but I'm not going to allow the monetization because if you're creating content, that takes ingenuity, that takes skills, that takes, there's a lot that goes behind putting content out. So, if you can be compensated for that, I see nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with you can get to a level and have a members section and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing wrong with it. But there's issues. I've got issues as we're highlighting is where if we're gonna do an expose on Umar, okay, that's all gravy. So what about Brother Polite, aka Brother No Light, who scammed people out of how much one person for how much thousands of dollars and stuff? There's a whole heap of
Exactly.
scammers
Exactly.
we can go at, man. There's a whole heap of scammers we can go at. Not even just in the Afro American or African American community. There were people who were doing awful things to people um, every second, every day of every hour. And there's no color lines in regard to that. So if we're going to shine light on wickedness, let's extend that beam out, man. Let's not concentrate it on just one person.
Exactly. And that's the problem that people have because he's riding the coattail of UmarJohnson while making a profit off his name.
Hmm.
Now, it's nothing wrong with people. You have your supporters donating to your channel. Hey, man, kudos to you. You know, but at the same time, you got to have integrity, man. You're bullying this guy. You're concentrating on one person when you have so many things, so many other things outside of UmarJohnson.
Mm.
Like you said, you have other scammers, such as Polite, such as another gentleman that did some real estate scam. I forget his name. Yeah, I forget his. It was another brother, and
Mm.
he got caught out there. So yeah, it's so much things outside of Umar, man, and people are just tired of it.
Yeah.
Not his supporters, but other content creators are like, okay. And then especially the fact that you have skeletons in your closet. Now, if you lived a perfect life and you was a decent citizen and you walked the straight and narrow, people really have nothing to say. They'd be like, okay, well, we tired of the Umar videos, but hey, it is what it is. But the
Yes.
fact that you have all this in your past, and for you to go critique someone else and criticize them for what they do and what they say and this and that,
Mm.
I mean, that's very hypocritical. So that's where people is coming at him at.
Very much so because it it's one thing, as you've just said, to live I mean, no one can live a perfect life, but you can a perfect life, but you can live a life which, you know, you'd be happy for people to dig into, you know, where there's not going to be anything embarrassing. I mean, but it comes a little different where you're putting, I mean, Leonard, and I always used to think this. I used to think to myself, because as everybody knows, I'm a very private individual. I'm not putting no video footage, never mind a photograph of me or my mama,
especially my kids.
You know, I'm talking about my empress, my children and stuff, nieces, nephews. Like, get out of here, man. And this brother, I'm thinking, yo, he's free, man. This brother is at a stage of his life where he's like, I'm putting out whatever content I want. I'm not harming anybody, I guess. Da 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 da. But all of that is now. Now we can go back. This is the thing. It's like
this guy even used his real name on his YouTube channel. Like, who does that? Use your government name on your channel. Like, I mean, who does that? Like, really?
But this is where I have to salute him, because that's fully immersing yourself and putting yourself out there. Again, I personally wouldn't do that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, me either.
If that,
I don't even show my face because you know it's not worth it.
It isn't, man. And it's about, as I've said to so many people, it's about the information. You know what I mean? It's about the information. It's about the edutainment. It's about the laugh. It's about everything that comes along with the package. You don't need to see the physicality of the personage.
Exactly.
That may draw away from the content. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That might make it a total different thing. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, I just do it because I don't want to get doxxed. I don't want people to start looking me up and putting out my information and all that stuff, you know. So that's why I just try to be real discreet. I just put out videos just to make people laugh, man. That's it, you know.
Everybody's got their purpose, man. Everyone's got their purpose. Everyone's got their little niche. As you say, you want to make people laugh, and you certainly do with your with your works. I just want to incite thought, man. I want to incite thought. I want to give people an opportunity for themselves to actually ask those questions, man. To get to the point where they're constantly critically thinking, you know, and ultimately becoming the best version of themselves. You know what I mean? I don't want. I'm not trying to convert nobody into nothing, except for the best person of themselves. Allow the fuckery, allow the stupid shit. Let's just get back to basics, man. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. Don't harm nobody. You know, live life.
like the conversation we had on the top of the show. Like people need to hear these type of talks, man. So you know they could open their minds and don't be robots out here. Don't just because people from the politicians and people from the government say something, don't just hop and jump at it. You know, be critical thinkers and you know, trust your instincts.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Hey, one question for you, sibling. What's your religious or spiritual standpoint, personally?
Well, I am. I don't subscribe to any religion. I'm agnostic.
Okay. So a higher force, but you can't explain it, or
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty much agnostic. Which means you know, I'm in the middle of it. Like I wouldn't say that I'm a believer, but I'm open.
yes, yes.
You know,
So you're not an atheist, as some people try and say. Is
no,
I
not
don't
no,
believe in any form of creating force, and it always the Big Bang and all this madness.
no. I'm definitely not an atheist. Like I'm open.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the world is a mystery, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't just believe something because 80-90% of the population believe it,
Mm-hmm.
where there's no evidence or proof to back up that philosophy, you know. So I gotta find my truth my way.
Indeed.
You understand?
Yeah. We've all got our own pages, which are part of that bigger book, man, and that path that we need to follow, and sometimes veer off that path. I hear that, man. I hear
Well,
that.
what I do believe in that black people in general are the original people, and that part of evolution. I do believe in that. I mean, that's to me that's based on science. I mean, if you look at it, because two black people can produce a lighter pigment person, but
Yes.
two white people cannot produce a darker pigment person.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you look at that, that just proves that we are the original people. And being that Africa is called the motherland, and humanity started in Africa, and so yeah, I do believe that if there is a superior being, he's black.
So I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the supreme wisdom and supreme math.
Yeah, I used to follow the gods of earth when I was younger. Yeah, I was a
What was your
uh,
attribute, sibling?
yeah, I was an orthodox 5%. I mean, I had a friend that was deeply into it, and I used to follow the philosophy of that.
I've never heard that term before. Orthodox 5%. So what does
Yeah.
elaborate on that, sibling?
Well, I mean, I dibble and dab in it. Like I wasn't like, full fledged. Back in my days coming up, you had to been totally in 100%.
Okay.
Like if you go back into the 90s, people will, you 5% nation was very deep back then.
Yeah, man.
And a guy will walk up to you and he'll tell you, what's today's mathematics? If you don't know that, they'll beat you down.
Beat
You
yes
understand what I'm
down. I hear about them
saying?
universal
Yeah,
beating, sibling.
yeah. So I followed my friend and I was learning, but I never like
Fully
put
jumped
it
in.
out there like, yeah, I never like fully jumped in because you understand what I'm saying? But
Mm,
I was very intrigued by it, and like I said, as far as I'm a very pro black individual, and you know, that's when I first heard the black man is God and stuff like that, and I felt that when they say God as far as being the original man and stuff like that,
yeah, yeah.
I felt that.
Leg, a leg, a arm, a head.
Yeah, you're really knowledgeable, man. You know a lot.
I try, man. I try to do that 720 sibling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bashigidi. Um, so sibling, what's on the horizon for your masterworks?
Hey, I'm just gonna continue putting out funny content, entertain the people. My channel is based on roasting YouTubers, so I have unlimited content. I just gotta do research on who I'm gonna roast next, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Hey, are we gonna see any Frankie on there?
Oh, who's that?
Saw there?
Oh, Sadetta?
Yeah, man. Some Frankie Gray, man. You gotta do some.
Yeah, I probably throw him in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'll be fun, man. That'll be fun. He's got some good little clips that you can put together still.
Yeah.
Hey, and another question on that there. How long does it actually take you to put together these clips? Because I know it's not no quick process.
Oh, not at all. So basically, I come up with the idea in my head. So basically, so this is what I do, right? So I'm a service technician. So
Okay.
I drive to different locations. I work in New York, and I have my phone connected to my radio, so I'm listening to YouTube all day.
Yeah.
So I don't have the radio on, so I'm listening to different YouTube channels. So once something catch my attention to where, oh, this will be funny, I put it all together in my head,
Mm.
and I download the audio. get all the audio together. Once I get the audio together, then I start making the characters. So it's a
Ah,
long process. It's a long process, you know.
yeah,
You know, then I put.
I didn't think it would be quick. Still, we're talking a couple days at least. What, 4 days?
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, because you know I work, so I put in like 2 3 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
But as time went on, I've got more faster.
Yes.
You know, I know how to do little shortcuts now, so I've got a
Mm.
little better now.
And
So yeah,
I guess have you created any kind of templates which you can kind of remix to make other characters kind of thing, or see backgrounds
yeah.
or anything? Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, man. It's been a journey, sibling. It's been a journey. Hey,
Hey, check out the last video I did. Living Honor Obsession with Umar Johnson. People is loving it, man.
I thought, you know what? I don't think I've even beat that one yet. Yeah. I'll after this build, I will definitely jump on that there,
They're,
man.
they're definitely loving that one.
Oh man, yeah. It's very interesting times, man. It's very interesting times. It's like they talk about the age of Aquarius and seeing and knowing and all this kind of stuff. Last year it was 2020 vision and all this kind of stuff. And to a point, uh, looking back at the world through my rear view, last year was definitely a hard one, but
Yeah,
it kind of, reflecting back on it now, it gave me, and I'm pretty sure most other people may have felt this as well. It gave you an opportunity to really reflect on you as a person, your family, your close circle, and maybe your extended circle, and the challenges with navigating those various relationships. And some of those bonds have become even stronger, some have become loose, and some new bonds you've created. So I think it was a year of 2020's vision of kind of seeing clearly, and especially when it goes on for references media and how they, like, here is a classic example of how the media is and how they can be. We've, over here in the UK, we've had some crazy snow and stuff. Not crazy, crazy, but we've had some snow, it's caused some disruption and stuff. So with the lockdown, obviously the roads have been quiet anyway. So the last few weeks, you've been looking at your window, and in your immediate vicinity, it's just snow everywhere, and the roads, minor roads aren't very good. Unless you live on a main road, you can see it's pretty clear. So if you was to stop in your house and turn the television on like most people did, and they're showing you buses not going up hills and all kind of stuff, snow hella high, and turn the radio on and they're saying, yeah, don't go out unless it's an emergency, it's an essential journey, the roads are banned and all these kind of stuff. You as the viewer are going to think, well, if I don't need to go anywhere, it's lockdown as well, I don't need to go to work, I'll stay in for a few days, until you actually get in your car and literally pull out and go onto a main road, and it's totally clear. It was only the damn minor roads which had any kind of problems. The major roads were crystal clear. There was no issues at all. So if they want to present a narrative, they will present a narrative. And if you don't show, study, or even examine anything, you'll just fall for the okie doke every single time.
yeah, and that's in everything. That's in every aspect. Yeah, exactly.
It's as I keep on saying, it's hella interesting times, man. I don't even know. I'm thinking um April kind of times, April, maybe May. Um, with all of the sheep who are going to take this vaccination thing, they'll have all taken it, and we can get back to, you know maybe not wearing masks possibly, but at least being able to get on a plane and get some sun on your bones and stuff, and go see your siblings and your familiar in different countries and stuff, and actually start living life again. Because
Yeah,
for some people, listen, I've heard people haven't seen, what about the poor people who have unfortunately had no other option but to put their grandmother or their mother or father into a nursing home, they haven't been able to see them for over a year.
I mean, I will assume. I mean, well, over here, I mean, you could pretty much go anywhere you want to over here. I mean, you just
Over
got to wear a mask.
Nah, sibling in the UK, and I'm pretty sure in most of Europe, if people are in nursing homes, they're not allowing anybody in to go see them. You can go to the window maybe or something like that, possibly, maybe at the most, or try and do a Zoom call or something. But you ain't going into no nursing home to see your folks.
Okay, well, I can understand. I mean, that's probably like that over here too. I mean, I never went to a nursing home, so that's
Mm,
probably the same thing over here. And I can understand why, because you're talking about elderly people, and they are prone to be
yes.
the victim to that disease. So I can
Mm.
understand that. Yeah.
I mean the havoc and also look at the planned weddings for 2020, the pregnancies. Just imagine
Yeah.
you as an expecting father and your empress about to give birth, right? In these times in 2020 when there's this killer virus going on, and depending on whether you critically think or not, just how stressful. I mean, having a child is stressful in itself, but with the added fact that you might go into hospital and contract some kind of damn killer virus, the Colt 45 thing, and it's gonna kill out your blood clot, right?
Yeah.
What? Stress is major, man. So trustfully, everybody, and as I usually end the broadcast with, thank yourself for making it through 2020, because unfortunately, not a portion of us aren't here today, man. And we didn't even get a proper opportunity to send them off the way we should have sent them off, man. So, pat yourself on the back, man. We got a little bit more to go. Um, but we here, man. Gregorian
Yes.
2021.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes,
siblings.
sir.
Um, to round the build off, where is the best place for people to get hold of you? And I will make sure I put the link to your YouTube down into the description as well.
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Wack_Toons. That's WACK_TOONS. And of course, my YouTube channel, Wacktoons. Definitely check out my recent video, Leonard Honor Obsession with Umar Johnson.
You'll like that. You'll like it, and I think you'll be hooked, man.
Yeah,
You will be hooked after the first video. You'll be like, yeah, because as I say, man, you're hella talented, brother. You're hella talented, and trustfully, you know
thank
what I
you.
mean. This will lead on to, some maybe some emails coming through from some big people saying, "Yo, I like this idea," Let's come and do something over here or something, man. Because yeah, man, I wish nothing but success in that area. I know it's a hobby for you currently, but as I say, man, the gifts are there, the talents there, and the content is there that proves that this could potentially be something that you
Yeah,
could be
appreciate
doing.
it, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you again for having me. I definitely enjoyed it. You're a very articulate, intelligent brother, man. I appreciate this experience.
Give thanks, man. And this is what it's all about, man. Each one teach 12 is the motto. That's what we're here to do, is to enlighten, to edutain, we'll have a little laugh here and there, but like, let's just think, man. Let's just think. Let's just try and be the best person we can be, and have some fun on the way, man. Treat yourself. Never cheat yourself. And on that note, make sure if you haven't already subscribed to Wacktoons, go over there onto the old boob tube, subscribe, and obviously hit the notification. Censorship is real. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit the bell. If this is the first time you stumbled across this onto CFR Network, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, to tell a brethren, to tell a sister, to tell the uncle, to show the love, man. Instagram, you already know the thing, man. Follow Wacktoons, and much success for 2021. Um, Challenging times, obviously, but we still here, man. We still there.